On June 18, 2025, Google DeepMind did something unusual. No keynote, no press conference, no flashy demo on a conference stage. They quietly pushed a new model to Hugging Face and Kaggle under one of the most permissive open-source licenses in existence, Apache 2.0. Its name, Diffusion Gemma. On paper, it's an image generation model. In practice, it may represent a fundamental shift in who controls AI infrastructure and who doesn't need to anymore. Let's be precise about what this is. Diffusion Gemma is a text-to-image generation model built on a discrete diffusion framework, meaning it operates on quantized image tokens rather than continuous pixel space noise. Google's technical documentation describes it as a masked generative model leveraging the Gemma architecture, the same family behind their language models. The critical detail, it's engineered to run locally on consumer-grade hardware. A typical gaming PC with a modern GPU, think an RTX 4070 or equivalent, can generate high-quality images approximately 4 times faster than conventional diffusion approaches like Stable Diffusion XL. That's not an incremental improvement, that's a generational leap in accessibility. The license choice matters enormously. Apache 2.0 means anyone, individuals, startups, corporations, governments, can use, modify, and redistribute this model with virtually no restrictions. No usage reporting, no content filtering mandates from Google, no phone home telemetry. Compare this to Meta's Llama models, which carry custom licenses with acceptable use policies, or OpenAI's entirely closed ecosystem. Google chose maximum permissiveness deliberately. The question is why, and why now? Google has historically optimized its AI models for capability, reasoning depth, benchmark performance, competitive positioning against GPT-4 and Claude. Diffusion Gemma breaks that pattern entirely. According to Google's model card published alongside the release, the architecture prioritizes inference speed and hardware efficiency over maximum output quality. This is a model designed not to be the best, but to be the fastest on the hardware people already own. That distinction is strategically significant. When latency drops below a perceptual threshold, roughly 2 to 3 seconds for image generation, the user experience shifts from waiting for AI to creating with AI. That's the threshold Diffusion Gemma appears to target. This release lands in an ecosystem already primed for it. The local AI movement has exploded since 2023. Communities on Reddit, Discord, and Hugging Face have built entire toolchains around running models without cloud dependencies. Projects like Llama.cpp, Comfy UI, and Automatic 1111 have millions of users who specifically reject the API-dependent model of AI deployment. Until now, Google has been largely absent from this space. Diffusion Gemma is their entry ticket.
And by releasing under Apache 2.0, they've ensured the community has no legal reason to distrust it. Cynicism is warranted. Google is not a charity. Open-source releases serve strategic purposes. The most likely calculus: seed the developer ecosystem with Google architecture models, build familiarity and tooling dependencies, then capture value upstream. Developers who prototype locally on Gemma family models are more likely to deploy commercially on Google Cloud's Vertex AI platform. It's the same playbook Android used against iOS: give away the foundation, monetize the infrastructure. There's also competitive positioning. With Stable Diffusion's parent company Stability AI facing ongoing financial turbulence throughout 2024 and into 2025, Google may see an opportunity to become the default open-source foundation for image generation. The cloud dependency question extends beyond developer convenience. When AI generation happens locally, the data never leaves the device. No prompt logging, no content moderation by a third party, no jurisdictional ambiguity about which government can subpoena your creative process. For journalists, activists, researchers in sensitive fields, and citizens in authoritarian-leaning states, local AI isn't a preference, it's a protection. Diffusion Gemma doesn't solve all of those problems, but fast, permissively licensed, locally runnable AI generation is a meaningful building block for digital sovereignty. Whether Google intended that consequence is almost irrelevant. The capability now exists. There is an obvious tension here that deserves honest acknowledgement. A model optimized for speed, released without usage restrictions, designed to run without any connection to a central server, this is also a tool optimized for misuse. Deepfake generation, disinformation imagery, non-consensual content all become faster and less traceable when the model runs locally with no guardrails enforced by the provider. Google's model card includes safety recommendations, but no enforcement mechanism. Apache 2.0 guarantees that by design. The open-source AI community has long argued that transparency outweighs restriction. That argument is about to be tested at scale. Diffusion Gemma is almost certainly not the end state. It's a proof of concept for Google's broader ambition, placing Gemma family models at every layer of the AI stack, from cloud to edge to device. If discrete diffusion architectures can achieve 4 times speedups for image generation on consumer hardware today, the logical next step is video, then multimodal, then real-time interactive generation, all running locally. The companies that control the default local AI runtime will shape the next decade of computing as profoundly as those who controlled the browser in the 1990s or the mobile OS in the 2010s. Google just made their opening move. They did it quietly, and that silence may be the loudest signal of all.